Hi, this is Steve with Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com, specializing in sales, service, and custom designs for residential and commercial outdoor patio heating. Please tap that like button if you find this video helpful. It helps others like you find our channel. Thank you very much. Alright, so here we have this residential application, and I'm just going to go into this real quick. The only thing that we really have to be concerned about are these doors. They do swing outwards, and that's really about it. So let's dive right into this drawing here. Hold on one second. All right, so the doors swing out, as I stated, and we do have this soffit area here that we need to be looking at. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. Overall dimensions I have here at center to center, 12.2, 12.5, and I have 12 and 1/8. I have a depth here going inwards at 9'10". I don't have the depth over here. Let me just turn this off here so we don't get too much. There we go. I don't have too much depth over here. I don't have the depth over here just based on the fact that it's a rounded corner here, and I don't think you're going to really be occupying this space, so it's not that much to really calculate in. I have a height over here of the ceiling of the soffit at 10 feet, and the lower edge of the soffit at 8'9". The soffit itself over here I have at 1'3", and then over here I have at 1'8", yeah, 1'8". So a little bit different of dimension there. 1'3" over here, and then 1'3" height over there. So all those things are going to play into what we're going to do here. And now the customer did have a slope ceiling, and they were wondering if they could do flush mounts based on that. This over here would be a balcony, but you know, we don't really know what the architect of this is. I would assume that the structure is probably coming down in this direction here, so there's really probably no way to really put a heater in going along this direction without redesigning this entire space up here. I can only imagine they have the the joist going this direction. So if that's inside of this soffit area, then you'd have to cut all those out and then redesign the whole entire structure so that it would be structurally supportive of the rooftop there. So we're going to stay away from that for that reason, and also the fact that we only have a certain amount of distance between here, and I can't fit anything and still keep the clearances to combustible 6 inches minimum here and here. So anyways, this go ahead and keep on going. And what I've done here is I've placed a few of the electric heaters. These are Infratech model CD6024 6,000 watt 240 volt dual element units. You can see here how I have them dropped off the ceiling, and that's because I needed that 1'3" drop, which would be basically 12 it's 12 inches, yeah, from the top of the unit. Not that I need 12 inches, it's just that I need this clearance to this edge here. So what happens is I have a clearance down below the heater. I need this heater to be at the same elevation as this soffit drop here, and that way I can maintain this clearance, which is the 18-inch clearance all the way around. And the heater itself above only requires 6 inches, so that'll depict what the 6 inches of clearance looks like above around the heater. But yeah, the 18 is what I have to maintain, and to do that I have to drop the heater down. So the OEM bracket is the 6-inch clearance, and then there's an extended 6-inch, so 12-inch total bracket that you can get. And with the 3 inches of heater surface here, you should get that total drop of the 1'3" inches. So that should work out fine. And you can see here how I'm meeting the clearances between the columns, and I'm also meeting the clearances between the surfaces of the edge here, this soffit part here, and I'm 6 inches away from here, and again 6 inches away from this edge here. All right, with all 4 of these units with a drop bracket or extended bracket. All right, so I'm just going to throw in one other thing here. This is like the supplemental we had talked about, putting additional units so that we had complete coverage throughout this whole space. But the issue again is with these posts here. I'm not meeting the clearance, so this won't be available in this application. So we are going to have a little bit of dead spots, but that's you know, all we can do really. So you got to calculate all these little things out. And then just looking at this, you know, the doorway here, it swings out like I stated, and we're plenty clearance over here, so that's not an issue. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the overall footprint of heat throughout this space. And being that these heaters are going to be at that roughly 9-foot elevation, our footprint's going to be a little bit more compact in the fact that it's just closer to the ground. So infrared heating is a light wave. The light wave is non-visible to the human eye. However, it is a light wave, and it has a very specific pattern that is designed into the product, so that you have this heat pattern that comes down, and you can predict where the footprint will actually be. But being that it's closer to the ground, 6,000 watt, it's a little bit tighter to the floor. So in any case, we do have these little spaces here and here that'll be underheated. I think that'll be okay. You know, there are people that are warmer than others, so there'll be occasions where you might have somebody standing out here because they want to be out of the heat ray itself. So I think that'll be fine. And also, I would highly recommend placing these on a control system, because they are a hotter unit. And if you had a cocktail party or something of that nature where you had people standing up here, you probably would want to have this reduced as far as its output. And then also I put it on at least 2 zones, zone 1, zone 2 over here, just so that you can have flexibility with how you're using your heaters. So, but here you can see we have really good coverage with the seating area over here. It comes all the way up to this edge, and we have very good coverage over there. So this bank of heaters is centered between this point here and this point over here, and the reason for that is just so that I make sure that I maintain my 6 inches off of there, and then also it's 6 inches off of this edge over here. Just bear that in mind. And then these heaters here are centered within this opening, the span opening here. So you know, again, the 12.2, so that 6.1 center point, 12.5, so 6 through 4.5, 3.5. What is that? 2.5. Sorry. And that measurement I got is off the center of the post, so you'd want to measure this out and make sure that you're on center here. Okay. All right, I think that's about it. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and would like us to review your plans or give you some advice, please send your request to designs@patioheat.com. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like button. Have a great day.